going on, guys? Welcome to Big Beard and Friends, episode 265. First and foremost, before I started, I have to think of the people that are down. I have to think of the people that are out. The shut-ins. The people that can't go anywhere. The people that can go places and still deal with things that they don't talk about. And I want to address that just really quick. If you have something in your head, something up here that makes you feel like you are not wanted or feel like you don't want to exist, stop it. You are somebody. You will always be somebody. And let me tell you something. Somebody is watching you and looking up to you, and they love you, and they are just glad that you are around, even if you never open your mouth. Believe it or not, some people just love being around you. You may say, Big Beard, that's not me. Listen, it is you. Somebody thinks of you in such a way that would make you cry because it's such a powerful thought. You need to understand something. A lot of the ways that you think about yourself, they're not true. You may be honest with yourself. You may know yourself. You may be comfortable with the skin you're in. But you believe lies. You don't believe the things that are real. Kind of like your thought process is not right about your own self, you dig? Anybody that tells you that they got it together, they don't. They're lying. Nothing bothers me. I walk around, I get up, I do this, I sit down, I eat, I go to bed, I get up, I go to work, I sit down, I eat, I go to work, I sit down, and it's repetitive. Like they have a bravado, they're lying. They most definitely are lying because you don't have to look far to see somebody worse than you. But to know that we don't have it together, to know that you're not alone, should do something to you. But don't be hard on yourself. After all, you are all you've got. Let's get on with this tonight, folks. Tonight, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to give you some facts like I always do. Every other Friday, I try to do something different. But tonight, I'm going to talk about the one and the only Grateful Dead. All right, if you don't know about the Grateful Dead, let me give you some interesting facts. And if I am wrong about any of these facts, please correct me because I got them off the internet. They got to be right. Right? Anyway. All right, listen. The Grateful Dead, I was going to say the Dead. The Grateful Dead were a highly influential and an iconic American rock band. They're really known for their tours, their long tours. They improv'd a lot of music. Improvisational music was something that was right there. And they had a dedicated fan base like you wouldn't believe. They were actually inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1994. They received a Grammy for the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2007. The band's music spanned genres like rock, blues, country, folk, and they actually performed an estimated 2,317 shows over their whole career. I don't know, folks. Already that blows your mind, right? Oh, I like this person. I like this person. I like this group. I don't like this group. What do? I don't care what you do. Just maybe, there's some facts in here tonight that you can share about the Grateful Dead. Let's get right into this. The founding members, the Grateful Dead was founded in San Francisco Bay, by Jerry Garcia, Bob Weir, Pigpen, Phil Lesh, and Bill Kratzman. If you know them, you know them. I only have so many facts about them, but that's where it started. That's fact number one. Fact number two, in their early years, the band initially performed under the name The Warlocks, and they played at Ken Kesey's, maybe I'm saying that right. His acid test is what Ken called them, and their acid tests were just early acid-fueled parties. The Warlocks played at acid-fueled parties. I don't know. That doesn't do nothing to me. That makes me go, okay, what's wrong with this? It's the Grateful Dead. It's the Warlocks, but it's the Grateful Dead. Like, what happened? I don't know. But check this out. Number 3, The name change happened. The Grateful Dead chose their name randomly, right? Guess how? Just guess how? By opening the dictionary. I know some of you knew that. Communal living. Communal, whatever. The band members, a number 4 fact tonight about the Grateful Dead, they lived communally, and they were connected to the counterculture scene of the 1960s, including Ken, Bob Dylan, Augustus Owsley, Stanley III, and Bill Graham. So they had these things connected. If you know what it means, you know what it means. You don't. I'm not going to keep telling you this. Look, that was number 4. Number 5, their early albums. If you didn't know this, you did. If you did, you didn't as well. But their early albums, the band released their self-titled, album in 1967, followed by Anthem of the Sun in 1968. If you're following those albums, you know those albums. I'm not as familiar with them as I would like to be, but I do know them. I know that their studio albums, on number 6 fact tonight, is the Grateful Dead released 13 studio albums, including The Workman's Dead and American Beauty. Check those albums out right there. I said earlier, improvisation. Well, coming up at number 7 for the fact tonight, the band was known for their extended improvisations of their unique set list that they had going on. If Jerry wanted to play, and then somebody wanted to do more, Bob wanted to do this and that, they would just keep doing it, and they'd keep going and they keep going because that's what they did, and they were really, really, really good at it. Number 8 on the live shows. Here's a fun fact. They played an estimated, I said it earlier, but 2,317 shows, and they performed over 36,086 songs in concert. What? 36,000 songs in concert? Do y'all realize what that is? Folks, that's like a catalog spanning for years and years. If you did a song I don't even want to get into this. At number 9, they frequently played the cover song Not Fade Away. And that was by Buddy Holly. Even closing their second set with it sometimes. That's what they did. Not Fade Away is a Buddy Holly classic. It's an older song. Go check it out. I'm not going to talk about Buddy Holly. Maybe another time. Their songwriting, the band collaborated with lyricists like who? Like Robert Hunter and John Perry Barlow. Okay? These are some of the people that helped them compose and write and do these great songs and pieces that we all love and we know and love. And a lot of them, Did you know they played many free shows and benefits? That's something that they were known for. So when they're racking up these songs and it's live, did they count those in there? I don't think so. They did what they had to do to get to where they were and where they are, and how they got there is all unique in itself. Number 12 is kind of like some mixed feelings and not mixed feelings, but the bottom line is when it comes to social activism, they actually supported various social causes, okay? Folks, that included the legalization of marijuana, anti-Vietnam War protests, and the Black Panther Party. If that's for you, or if those are for you, or not for you, or you like this and don't like that, that's not what I'm here. I'm not debating that. Just telling you about the Grateful Dead. The Wall of Sound. Have you heard of this? Well, on number 13, bringing up these facts here, they pioneered a large PA system known as the Wall of Sound. You need to look it up. I'm not talking about the Wall of Sound. I could go on and on and on, but they pioneered that large PA system, meaning they helped put it on the map and come up with it. Number 15, Touch of Grey, was their only chart-topping hit, and which reached number 9 on the Billboard 100s. And folks, let me tell you something. If you even get on the Billboard, if you got me at 100 doing something, I would be fine. But number 9, you're the top 10. Nah, you're in the top 10, but you're the top 9. I don't know. Jerry Garcia. You know him? Yes, that's a joke. Jerry was actually the band's lead singer and guitarist, and he was known for his distinctive guitar style. If you don't know what that means, look him up. Go hear Touch of Grey, for instance, and just let it play. and let it play. There's such a catalog and such a plethora of music when it comes from the Grateful Dead. You can put the music in, and I have, and just let albums play. Just let them play, and just let them play, and just let them play. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. After the first album, after a couple of songs, you will actually start to notice Jerry's distinctive guitar style that we're talking about tonight. Very cool, very cool. The band actually was notorious for one thing, or lots of things, but they were infamous for this, if you will. They allowed their fans to record their shows. They allowed it. Said, bring it in. That actually led to a vast archive of live performances, because people have them, right? So people are going to listen to them when they want, right? When you think of, like I said, the big, long plethora of the music that they have, hey, it is what it is. Did you know, also, In the Dark, right? We're going to talk about In the Dark. Their best-selling studio album was In the Dark, okay? Released in 1987. Now, that's what Wikipedia says. I'm not familiar with that. I was a mere lad with real little to it at the time. I was like, what, 4, 5, 4? So check that out. I do know some of the best music, some of the good music come in every decade that there was for, well, let me tell you something. They did what they did, and they had to do what they do. Spans years with their music. I don't think people understand. For instance, did you know that their final concert, they played their final concert, y'all, July the 9th, 1995, you dig? At Soldier Field in Chicago. You ever been to Soldier Field? I've never been there. That was in 95. 95. I was talking earlier in 67. What? 68? What? Absolutely great music. You're not familiar with them. You have no. Number 19, their last tour. In 2015, the 4 surviving band members, they marked the 50th anniversary with a series of concerts billed as their last performance together. It's supposed to have been awesome. I didn't go to it. People I knew went to it. People had a blast with it. If you know it, you know it. You don't, you don't. Check it out if you can look it up. July the 9th, 1995. Last final concert with the Grateful Dead was then. So look it up on the 50th. And I'm going to tell you in 2015, you got to look it up. Finally, number 20 on these 20 facts tonight, actually, I never said the number. 20 is the Grateful Dead's music and their cultural influence, y'all, will continue to resonate with generations of fans. In 50 years, they'll talk about the Grateful Dead. They do now, you dig? So in 100 years, they'll keep talking about the Grateful Dead. And it'll keep going, and it'll keep going, and it will keep going. So not only will it resonate with generations, but the new generations of fans and the new generations of generations, all you got to do is keep the dead alive. Guys, that's all I've got for you tonight. I hope whatever you're doing put a smile on your face, and I hope also that you got some knowledge out of these facts. They're just for fun. It is what it is. What are those 3 words that I say, though, at the end of every show? Love, peace, chicken grease. Later, guys, and thanks for watching.
Presentations.